Walking alongside Bali's beach should have brought me a great sense of accomplishment. After all, I've worked for years on my online business to get to this point. But not only did I not feel it, quite the opposite. I felt as if I wasn't doing enough. I'm procrastinating by coming to see the sunset. It's only been 15 minutes, but the feeling of not being on was enough to make me feel guilty for being there. All the advice I had seen online pushed the narrative of working more in order to reach your goals much faster. And if you haven't got there, it's only your fault for not putting in the effort. They're probably right. I could be making music right now or filming more videos. There is always more work to do. In an attempt to break the thought pattern, I allow myself to enjoy the moment for once. I looked around at the people that surrounded me. There were dozens of people walking by the beach, and each one of them was living their own adventure in that moment. Some of them were playing with their dogs, a couple were trying to get their kite, which was trapped in a tree, other people were taking photos of the sunset. I was so wrapped up in my thoughts that I barely noticed how each person at the beach was living in their own little bubble, even though they were only separated by a few meters. All of them were smiling and enjoying the moment. I had been working for the majority of the day, almost completing one of my songs, but despite the progress, I felt like I could do more. I've made a lot of progress today. What's stopping me from just enjoying the sunset and coming back to work in 1 hour? I guess I just haven't reached my goals. If I had made it, I would have no problem coming here and taking it all in. As the sun went down, the sky got progressively more red. I felt a deep appreciation for how far I had gotten. Even if the feeling lasted but a split second, it was enough to shift my perspective on having to constantly be working non-stop. And that's when I realized, when I was in university, my only wish was to drop out by having enough money to survive. Once I made it and dropped out, my only wish became being able to afford to live in my own apartment in any city that I chose. After I had my own studio apartment, my only wish became to have like-minded friends. Between the time I decided my only wish and finally got it, I wasn't completely happy until I had reached my goal. While looking at the sunset, I realized that I had already accomplished what I had thought to be my only desire multiple times over, and I was still looking for more accomplishments to give myself permission to be fulfilled in the moment. Which meant that it didn't matter how important of a milestone I hit, I would constantly be looking for something else, which I thought would finally make me fulfilled. I then understood the reason why I couldn't be relaxed in the moment, but despite pinpointing the cause, the feeling didn't seem to change. I still felt a hole in me, which I needed to fill with another accomplishment. Forcing myself to enjoy the moment, I sat down to watch the color of the sky change from red to different shades of blue and almost purple. I carefully inspected and tried to appreciate each and every color I could see. Within a mere couple of minutes, the sun had gone down. Just like that, another day was nearing its end. Lately, it feels like days go by very fast. With a sigh, I got up, brushed the sand off, and headed back to work.